everyone. Welcome to New Release Today's Couples Corner, where we interview couples in the music industry.
We are your hosts, Danny and Janice, and we love to ask the fun, love-filled questions so you can get to know the couples behind the music.
Today we have the honor of hosting Garrett and Jacqueline from the band CLINE, which is comprised of Garrett and Jacqueline and Garrett's brother, Derek.
Whether it's their songs like Worthy One, a Victory Song, Promise to Deliver, or their latest release, To Live in Christ,
or their Worthy One U version Bible devotional, or their podcast called CLINEcast, CLINE is making waves in the world with their messages of faith through their music and content.
We are so blessed to have them on NRT's Couples Corner today. Welcome.
Thanks. Like I said, you guys can go on tour with us.
Best intro ever.
And if you could just read that and maybe just add, like, I don't know, and Garrett's biceps are the perfect size.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Just things that, I don't know,
You're done.
stretch the truth a little bit. I don't know.
I feel like you should put that on a t-shirt and sell it on your merch table.
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us, guys. This is awesome.
Absolutely. We're so excited to have you guys on here. We would love to start out the podcast or the interview today with just asking you guys to tell us your love story, since we are Couples Corner.
Oh, love story.
Love story. Well, pretty easy, Garrett.
Yeah.
Fell in love with me.
Yeah, okay. Let me tell you what really happened.
Yeah, no.
So we were in youth praise band together at our church. Still, the church we're still at. We're on staff and have been there forever.
30 years.
30 years. Jack's been there for 30 years. I've been there for 25-ish. So yeah, we were leading worship together, and
Started
Jacqueline
together.
Yeah, we had a little band together. All of the CLINE members, plus we had another guy that was a guitar player. He moved away after college, but yeah, we were in this rock band, and we were going to be Switchfoot, Christian in a band, and so I chased Jacqueline down for about a year, and she wouldn't date me because she was a year older than me. So she was a freshman in college, and I was a senior in high school, and she's shallow. And and so after I
Lord has redeemed
graduated,
a lot in my life.
I pursued her, to use a very Christianese word, for a year, and did not give up, and I won. So
thankful.
Yeah. And one of the things I like to tell is my dad always says, never let a girl be in your band. It's too much drama.
That was like the rule.
Well, I did that, and he said, well, if she's going to be in the band, then you probably shouldn't date her. And then I did, and it worked out. So it was pretty great.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so we've been
it.
married. Our anniversary is in 2 weeks. We've been married 14 years. So
Congratulations.
yeah,
Happy
got married.
anniversary.
Thank you. We got married at 21, or I was 21. Jack was 22. We thought we were old and mature.
Yeah.
And,
We were
just
babies.
crazy. And, yeah, married 6 years. Then we had our first child. Now we got 2 little boys. And, we're rocking and rolling, trying to figure it out just like everyone else,
I love it.
Over these 14 years, for our listeners, what would be your number one piece of advice for people entering a relationship, people that have been married for a little while? What is the secret to a long 14-year marriage?
God. There is no secret. God is the glue, and it has to be the first. And I pray every day, God, help me to love you most today.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to be your prayer every day.
Yep. I think, a personal relationship with Jesus, that's what really matters. Because if you do love Jesus most, everything else is going to fall into place. Because life is hard, married or not married. Careers are hard, children are hard, loss is hard. But I don't know, there's 2 very practical things. One, we decided when we were dating is that we call it the D word. The word divorce is not in our vocabulary. We don't joke about it. We don't joke about divorce. We don't.
It's just not a part of our
It's not
language.
It is not a word that is used in our household. So not that guarantees that you don't get divorced, but it takes a little foothold away from the enemy.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we don't quit.
Yeah.
We don't give up.
On anything.
on anything, which maybe we should. I don't know.
Maybe there are
But,
some things we should be done with.
We do not quit.
Yeah.
No matter how bad Jack and I are type A, oldest child,
Very passionate.
passionate. We fight hard and love hard.
Yeah.
And if you saw us in our darkest moments, you'd be like, there ain't no way I'm letting these people lead worship at my place. But we do not quit.
Yeah.
We're not going to give up. And that applies to marriage, parenting, jobs,
Ministry. Everything.
everything.
Help.
Songs, career, so I think those are two practical things. If you can have that framework of we don't give up and the D word is not in our
Don't
vocabulary.
tolerate silliness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, amen. We admire your tenacity and your grit in life and ministry, and
Thank you.
love it. I love it.
I love that word, grit.
Yes, I know that's like been a word in my spirit lately. I'm
I like that.
grit to keep persevering and pushing forward in whatever we're called to do. So I love it. So we're going to ask you guys some rapid fire questions. So we're just going to throw out questions, and you'll either point at yourself or your person to
Okay.
answer. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one is, who is the better cook?
For sure.
I married a woman who doesn't cook, clean, or do laundry. I don't
That's not true.
know what the
I
hell.
do some of those things.
Flimsy.
Yeah. Done.
Well, what's your
Boom.
favorite thing?
Favorite thing to cook? Probably salmon.
Yeah, he does really good.
I like a good piece of salmon.
Yeah.
Delicious, delicious. All right. Time to get controversial here. Who's the better driver?
That's not in question. Listen, I drove us across this country
Okay, yeah.
all the way to the Oregon coast
That's
on tour
challenging drive.
on tour last year. So we were in a Sprinter van all year last year, no bus. So yeah, I
I'll let you
did
have
some
that.
driving. So I'll go ahead and take that.
Like, I will take that trophy. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is, who is funnier?
Oh, that's
I'm hilarious.
I'm way too serious. Yeah, I'm too serious, and it can be frustrating for people.
Here's an interesting one. Who has the bigger biceps? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
That's no question. Jacqueline can
who's
outlift
more
me.
fun?
Jacqueline can lift probably double my body weight. She's a beast. I don't know if you've seen any of her videos, but yeah, she's a workout.
I like to
beast.
feel strong.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Real question.
All right. Who snores louder?
We don't
Snores?
snore. Well, okay.
Yeah.
There's been moments in my life when I've been congested that there's been claims that
You give us a little, but it's not like she's not like sawing logs. Yeah, we've never really had snore problems. I don't know.
Thankfully, I wouldn't sleep if that was the case. I'm so glad.
Oof.
Bad
Fair
deal.
enough. You guys need to pray for my husband's wife because he has to sleep. on the train.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is, who is the cheapskate?
The cheapskate.
That'd probably be me. He doesn't mind to spend money on things.
Let me tell you, here's the best way I know how to explain it. Is like I'm either not going, or we're going and we're eating steak and we're parking valet.
Yeah.
And we're staying at the 5-star hotel.
And I will
Like-
go and I will find the cheapest way to do it. So maybe I am the cheapest.
Yeah, Jack's definitely the cheapskate. I am all or nothing.
Yeah.
I am not going, or we are going first class.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm not saying that's good, and
Yeah.
that is not advice.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, who is crazier in your relationship?
Crazier? Oh, that's pretty easy.
Me.
Yeah, I'm right here.
He's a good coast.
Yeah.
Chill, mid.
Yeah.
I'm very high low all the time.
That's what I told him when we got married. I'm like, you're going to be the calm to my crazy. Cause
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
All right. Who is more romantic?
Oh, that's definitely me. So
Yeah, he is.
Jacqueline,
Yeah.
I swear she may not know our anniversary date right
Oh.
now sitting here.
I do know it. 3-4.
There you go, huh?
3-4.
You know what year?
11.
11. Okay, she knew it. Okay. Yeah, I'm
we both appreciate romance.
Yeah.
I think that's where I was going. It's like we both love
Yeah.
being romantic. But as for who would be more of the romantic, it's definitely Garrett.
I think, we like the lovey-dovey. We ain't scared of it. And I think so much of our life is like, I don't know, visible or like on a platform. Not that we're famous. I mean, nobody knows who we are. I don't mean that way. I just mean like we're always kind of on a stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like social media is kind of a stage. And so when we're alone, we just kind of like keep that to ourselves. Yes. And I like that. Mm-hmm. That feels right, you know? Mm-hmm. But anyways.
So good.
Yeah, in our relationship, we used to do the rose petals on the bed, but now it's kind of transformed more towards putting Doritos on the bed. I think
that's way more.
Amen.
I'm like, leave me a Cheetos. I'm there.
Amen. That's called
chocolate.
That's called maturity.
I'm good with chocolate or the heat blanket on. Yeah. Like just from a heat blanket on.
Yeah. We have Sam's Club here. It's kind of like a Costco or whatever. Okay. And they have this like charcuterie board thing. It's like prepackaged. It's like adult lunchable. Like that's the best date night.
That's our date night.
Get on the couch, turn some trash on Netflix.
Or comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy, right?
We're all into like Nate Bargatze right now. So it's like turn on Nate Bargatze. Get that charcuterie board. You talk about some romance.
Yes, that's solid advice. All right, we have just a few more rapid fire questions here.
Okay. All right. Who is most competitive?
Who?
We're both pretty competitive.
Yeah.
You're talking to people like we are the personalities that we're
not
would not make it because we're so much alike. You know.
Yeah. Our nothing about it. Like we should not be married. It's too. Yeah. We're both pretty competitive. I think I would give the edge to Jacqueline. I'm convinced. I told a friend of mine last week. I'm convinced that if Jacqueline woke up tomorrow and said, I'm going to run a marathon, her legs might fall off, but by God, she's going to run that marathon.
Yeah, I'm doing
like her mind is so strong. It's scary. Yeah. She's going to win or die trying.
Die trying. I haven't died trying yet.
I love it. All right. Our last one is who said, I love you first?
Is that you?
I would
remember. It probably was Garrett.
I think it was me.
It probably was. We didn't have any weird like challenge with saying it, but I think it just came out. You know, like it just. I love you.
We were like really close. Like we knew we were going to get married before our first kiss.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like. So I don't know. It just kind of feels like it.
A little funny on us. The first night we really hung out, just me and him. We jokingly talked about our future son, Kevin Isaac, and agreed on his name that night. And this is the first night we had hung out one-on-one. Period. In high school, not dating, not even best friends at this point, just like friends. And
here we are.
So we were pretty sure pretty quick. You know, and so love just was a part of it.
Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah.
With our friendship and everything.
Yeah. Love isn't a taboo word for us. I don't think with friends and.
What did you say?
Like love's not like we use that word.
Yes. We love, it's the passion.
I love
all or nothing personalities.
It's like Valentine's Day.
We love hard. But what were you about to say?
How long was it from the time you guys first started dating till the time you first proposed? What time period there?
About 4 years, right?
Yeah, about 3.5 years. We had a very short engagement by today's standards, I guess. We were engaged for 4 months, so we knew when we proposed, we knew we wanted to be married soon. Yeah, we had dated almost 4 years before we got married, so about 3.5 years. Dating to proposal.
Yeah.
And I think if we would have been older,
it would have been way quicker.
We would have got married quicker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now looking back, I think we would have got married quicker.
Yeah.
Like, it's like nothing really changed. You know, like we got married on my spring break in college. Like that was the Saturday or Friday night of our spring break was when we got married. our honeymoon was on spring break, and then I went back and finished college like that semester. So, yeah, I think we probably would have got married at 19 if I would have known, like, oh, you know, yeah, we're never going to have any money. So it's like,
what are we waiting?
What are we waiting on? You know, like I'm more broke now than I was when we got married.
I love it. We met and got married, but we were obviously older because we're just coming up on our 1 year anniversary also in March.
Oh, so sweet. Yay.
So
congrats.
What's your date?
The 23rd, March 23rd.
Yeah.
That's great.
Sweet.
Yes. All right, we're going to end the remaining portion of our interview today with doing some couple of questions.
Oh, couple of love.
Questions in here.
I wish I
we're
was
going
there.
to pull out.
Can't pull it out.
Garrett, you pick. Oh, there it is. All right, can you share a particular moment or project that's been especially meaningful or impactful in your career as a couple?
We do a lot of projects with songwriting. That was the first thing I thought of.
Well,
a song.
I would probably say like Worthy One coming out. Or maybe not even coming out, but like the night we did the video, like the live recording video of Worthy One, felt like, oh, okay, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Like all of our dreams, everything we've already always dreamed of, everything we've always wanted to do,
it's in motion.
We freaking did it.
Yeah.
You know, like it felt like such an accomplishment. But we try to be careful with that stuff. Like it sounds so cliche to be like, well, it's really about the journey. Well, it really is. It has to be, because there's no making it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think on this side of heaven, you know, like there's nothing that's going to satisfy. There's not enough Dove Awards. There's not enough number ones. There's not enough money. There's not enough accolades, you know. But I remember that night going, oh crap, we wrote a song that's connecting, you know, and this matters, you know, and we actually recorded that video at our home church, which is cool.
So cool.
So that was just like, and used, you know, the person who did the work with the film company is a guy who's in our church, been a long time friend. So it's just like, that felt like a moment of like
a stone.
Yeah, that was a stone on the riverbank, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Come on to the next question here.
All right. What do we got?
What advice would you give to other couples who are considering working together in the Christian music industry based on your experiences?
Oh, it's hard.
Go country.
Yeah, go into a genre that makes money.
Do pop.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I think it really is just a lot of grace.
It's so much patience.
You've got to have patience and grace with each other, because it's really hard and you're in it together. It's not like one person is getting the hard stuff and you're not, and you can carry. It's like you're both in the trenches at the same time. And so you have to have grace with each other. And we don't do that well all the time.
We started May 1st to November 24th last year. We did 85 dates. It's the most we've ever toured together.
Yeah, together.
And about 2 months in, Jacqueline's like, hey, you got to chill out.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to stress.
You don't have to run everything.
You don't have to be in charge of everything. Yeah. You don't have to know about blah, blah, blah. You don't have to, whatever. And that literally changed my life. Because I think the other thing I would say to the grace and patience is you're equal partners. You're not equal responsibilities.
Yeah.
You're never going to equally share the work. Like, I do things, I joke all the time, like Jacquelyn doesn't even know if we made $1 last year.
Nope.
Like, I take care of things that she doesn't have to take care of, and she's got gifts that I don't have. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I need to take care of business things, whatever, so that Jacquelyn can lead well on stage.
And off stage.
But
I think it's
probably more off stage. But you know, Jacqueline's very motherly. She takes the lead on care and all that. And I take the lead on making sure we got gas in the van, you know, and, you know, Jacquelyn doesn't even know what an escrow account is.
I do now.
And she didn't 2 weeks ago.
I do now.
And I was like, what a blessed life you live, woman, you know? But I think it's equal importance, but you don't have equal responsibilities. And you guys you have to just figure that out.
Yeah.
Our example isn't everybody's example.
Yeah.
And
Every story's different.
comparison kills. You know, you can't. But I think she had to tell me to chill out, and I had to tell her to let me cook.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just
goes both ways.
Yeah. And that's going to be unique to everyone. You know, it's going to be unique to everybody, like what your responsibilities are. But
yeah.
Yep. So good. So much wisdom. All right, Garrett and Jacqueline, we have time for one more here. So let's.
All right.
Earlier, so we'll try another one.
Okay.
All right. How do you support each other's personal growth and development within your music careers? How do you encourage one another spiritually?
Spiritually and professionally, so what you said? Wow. Well, the first thing that popped in my mind is, so I'm a bass player. Like, that's my trade. Okay. So I went on the road for 10 years with a country artist, and Jacqueline sat at home and raised the kids, you know, and she was doing college ministry and all kinds of stuff. And so I think professionally, it's when there's an opportunity for me to go play bass, she sends me go. It's not, let's sit at home and wait for a CLINE thing to pop up. So, for example, I'm going out with Rhett Walker for his spring tour. So, like, there's no CLINE thing happening on on those dates. It's just, I'm just going, and she's cool with it. You know, I think.
And that goes spiritually and professionally, I think, because God made him to do that.
Yeah.
And it's just like how he is wired. Those go hand in hand with what he's done.
Spiritually, we really encourage each other to go to therapy separately. We don't we go together some, but we have a therapist in our community that's just unbelievable. Not a pastor. He's just like a, straight up Christian counselor.
Yeah.
And I think spiritually, that has a lot of impact. Doing that separately has a lot of impact on our relationship together. And then outside of that, it's like just recognizing that we are very different people. I need to be alone and I need to read by myself. Jacqueline needs to work out. She needs to go to the gym. So like, we're getting into like some physical things, but it's like, I support her in like, hey, I hate going to the gym. Not going to, but I'll pay whatever it costs for her to
go,
and even on the road. So, it's like, oh, hey, we're on the road and this thing together. It's okay if I leave for a couple hours and go sit by myself at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And it's okay if she leaves for a couple hours and goes and works out.
Yeah.
Or goes for a run or whatever. I think learning those things are very spiritual things, even though they may seem.
When your mind, your body, all of it is connected. And so if your body's not healthy, your spirit's not healthy. If your spirit's not healthy, your body's not healthy. And so that's why I was saying, like, I think all of these are compartmentalized because they work for or against each other. And so for us, that's how we stay healthy. And therefore that promotes a really healthy professional relationship and a really healthy spiritual relationship for us.
Yeah. And then, I think, again, on the professional side is, a lot of Jacqueline's home time is, she is counseling women. She's ministering to people. So, if she needs to go do that, I'm not like nagging her about that. And if it's 5:30 and, for example, right now we're working on how to set up some very practical things to keep our ministry holy and to keep kind of like the industry out of our ministry, if that makes sense. We have some wise counsel helping us with that. Well, that takes a lot of time on the phone and a lot of relational things to make that stuff happen. So if I got to do that at 5:30 at night, even though it may be a home day, I don't get nagged for that.
We had to go through that.
Yeah, we had to learn the hard way.
Yeah, he came home and I would be like, you're on the phone. You've been on the phone all day.
And I'm like, well, do you want to go on tour? Because if you want to go on tour, I can go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Lots of grace.
Lots of grace. Yep.
Amen.
Well, I love it. I just love your guys' authenticity and your realness and just the wisdom that you carry. I'm just going to give another shout out here for CLINEcast. If you'd like to listen to
Oh man,
so
CLINEcast is coming back. We had we had to pause it for we were doing our church's 21 days of prayer,
and then we were sick,
and then everybody had the flu like for a month. So we're coming back next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's all the time we have today for Couples Corner. Be sure to connect with Garrett and Jacqueline on social media at CLINE Music through their website, clinemusic.com. All of that is in the show notes.
Thank you so much, Garrett and Jacqueline, for being our guests today. And thank you for our NRT friends for tuning in to New Release Grades. Couples Corner.
Yeah, we love New Release Today. Thank you all.